Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs in video games, and today I'm playing Monster Train. Last time on Monster Train, we made two momentous occasions, two milestones. First, I defeated Covenant rank 10 for the first time. And second, I have now played with all 12 of the champions that you can play with in this game. So, because we've made those two milestones, I'm going to do something a little bit different this time. However, first, I did take a peek at some of the achievements that I have not unlocked yet, and we can unlock an achievement by just clicking this button. There we go. There's an achievement. Creators of Hell for viewing the credits. Didn't really view the credits. We'll put the credits up when I get further in the game. Anyway, that was an achievement. Another achievement is for using one of the weird options in this game, the googly-eyed option. So let's turn on googly eyes. That actually works pretty well for doing a different run this time, so I can visually mark a different run. We'll see how distracting the googly eyes are, whether we'll do that for any other runs. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to play not a standard run. I'm going to do a daily challenge. This is the first time I've done a daily challenge. Now that I have seen all of the champions and all of the possible starting cards, I think it's now time to play a daily challenge. Alright, so this is the daily challenge. By the way, I'm going to do 3 in a row because that's also unlockable in the game. This daily challenge is with the Hellhorned, with the Shardtail Queen. With the Allied Clan, I'm getting the Reap, the Fracture starting card, and Mutators. This is what makes the challenge interesting. Buying power. Merchants provide a card duplication service. Now that's interesting. Sacrificial. Apply Fragile to the first friendly unit summoned each turn. If this unit loses health, it dies. Okay. That means that when we play our first turn, we might not want to play the champion first. One Track Mind. The path you take on the map is chosen automatically. Oh, okay. So we don't get to choose between left or right. I mean, that just removes options, I guess. So, let's go. And we got an achievement for Is That a Challenge? For just starting a daily challenge. There's other players that we can see? That's really strange. Okay. I wonder if we can hide that. We can hide that. Great. Here are our random starting cards. The Hornbreak. I do really like that as a starting card. Proclamation. Deal 50 damage to the front enemy unit. But it has Extract 2. Wait a minute. Extract 2. That's not great. And then Consume. Or Imp in a Box. Consume. Add 2 random imp cards to your hand. This is actually pretty nice for a couple things. One of them is the daily challenge that we have. Where can we see the daily challenge that we have anyway? Oh, this is Covenant rank 1. Did I get to choose a Covenant rank? I don't recall being able to choose a Covenant rank. Maybe it's always Covenant rank 1 for the daily challenges. Anyway, let's look at our starting deck. Oh, here we go. Challenge Mutators. That is what we read on the previous screen. Great. And we can look at them up there. That's good because the Sacrificial one, I was pretty happy for the Imp in a Box. Why do we care? I hope we don't care how far other players are along. I don't really want to know. I'm just going to play my own game here. So the Shardtail Queen, of course. Fracture. The Fracture is infused because of the Wurmkin tooth that we start with. That makes Proclamation possible to play with the Queen's Implings, but otherwise it's not very possible. And of course the Train Stewards. Okay. Let's not take the Divine Boons. Let's go into Darkforge. I really like Imp Parade. Imp Parade seems extremely good with this sacrificial challenge as well, because that imp is going to die anyway. And the Shardtail Queen, I think because of the sacrificial part of this daily challenge, the Imp Parade is going to have to be what we go with. So let's take Imp Parade and gain an artifact. Light's Gift is okay. Base Charge. Base Charge actually makes the card that we have that has Extract 2 playable at the beginning. Okay, let's take that. And let's go. The Gathered Clergies. Always turn this on. Non-boss enemy units enter with Spikes 3. Okay. Spikes 3. How bad or good is that? I don't know. So, the first friendly unit we summon becomes fragile, so we are definitely not going to play our Shardtail Queen first. We probably want to play Imp in a Box first. Or the Queen's Impling. Hornbreak is pretty nice too. Let's see here. Let's do Imp in a Box. See what we get. We have a Transcending Imp. When played, repeat all summon effects triggered so far this battle. That seems amazing, and we're not going to play it first. So, you become fragile. That's perfectly fine. And let's put the Shardtail Queen at the bottom. We're going to put an imp in front of her every turn. Now we can Hornbreak, we can play another Queen's Impling. I think I want to save the Transcending Imp for future. So let's play another Queen's Impling. We'll play this one behind because it's not fragile. Not that that matters to me. And then let's play Fracture just so that we have the charged echoes. Great. Good first turn. I'm weirded out by the game telling me where other players are. So the Googly's eyes are distracting, but I think more distracting is just the updates about other players in the world playing the challenge. That's really weird to me. The Train Steward. Train Steward could be fragile, but the Queen's Impling is probably better to be fragile. I do want to defeat this Collector. In order to defeat that Collector, I might have to take damage on my Shardtail Queen, which I do not like. I guess we can avoid that by playing a Train Steward right here. You're going to take damage anyway because of these spikes. And mostly what I want to do is play a Train Steward here, kind of to get it out of the deck, as well as defeat the Collector. And play a Hornbreak so that we defeat this one. Somebody died on the second battle? Oh, okay. Alright. I wouldn't imagine people dying on the second battle. So, there's no reason to play a card this turn. Terrible time for Proclamations to come into my hand. I guess we could play a Queen's Impling. We have a bunch of Queen's Implings, and if we play a couple of them... I'm going to play a couple of them so that the Transcending Imp does more when we get to play it. If we get to play it this round. We might just win. Ho-ho, there's the Transcending Imp. So, what we want to do is Hornbreak, Hornbreak, Transcending Imp, Proclamation. I think that's the answer. Because I didn't leave enough space for both Transcending Imp and Queen's Impling. So, Hornbreak you. Hornbreak you. Transcending Imp should do a ton. Yeah, it did probably 50 damage there, and then Proclamation does another 50 damage. There we go. And we win the first battle. Great. An infused fledgling imp seems not too bad. I would like another creature that has more health, though, honestly. We might get that in the future, but the infused fledgling imp seems pretty nice. Let's take it. Echo Snare. Infused consume, apply, reap 2 to enemy units. Doesn't seem that great, honestly. And I don't think that I want another proclamation either. So I believe I'm going to skip these. Applying reap 2 just doesn't seem very significant. So skip these. And we had to go to the left. Why do they even show the right? If there's only one track, then just show one track, right? Alright, anyway. Wurmkin banner. What do we get? Shell, 8. I don't really like the shell units that much. What does Inspire mean? Inspire triggers when you gain echoes. So I guess I do want this. I really like that it affects all of the units on the floor, and it is a unit that has some health, so we can put it in front of the Shardtail Queen at the bottom, and that would be fine. Let's take it. And then, let's go into the Divine Horde. What do we have? Friendly units get extra health, that's always nice. Demon units get multi-strike 1. Don't have any demon units. We could get some sometime, so it's not terrible. But I'm kind of liking just the simple hammered chest plates here. Extra health for our units. Forever Flame is not bad either. Units costing -2, that would encourage us to get expensive units, and I like that. So I believe that hammered chest plates might be the correct answer. Gurg's Goad is a little bit too hopeful, and Forever Flame is also a little hopeful, but not as hopeful, and I like it. Let's take it. Merchant of Magic. Ooh, the card duplicator. So we really want to get cards that we want to duplicate in this deck, because we can duplicate them at these. The Imp in a Box is not terrible, but we can't really do anything with it. By the way, the Power Stone can go on Hornbreak. Ooh, I like it on the Hornbreak more than the Proclamation, even though the Proclamation is attuned. It just does so much to the Hornbreak. It makes it a lot more playable. Do we have anything that consumes? Imp in a Box consumes. We could play even more Imp units. Kinda like that. We will take an Emberstone. I'm thinking that we put the Emberstone on the Hornbreak that we upgraded, and then we duplicate that Hornbreak. Try out the card duplicator with a fully upgraded Hornbreak. I don't know if that was a great use of 75 gold. Oh, and it went up in price. Ooh, that's good to know. Card duplicator goes up in price just like purging a card goes up in price. Eternal Stone gives us more Imp units. I kind of like that. The Imp in a Box, I think, is very nice to have with the sacrificial part of this challenge. Okay. We spent our money. I don't know if we spent it very well, but we spent our money. Enemy units enter with armor 10. That hurts, but the unit draft is really nice. That unit draft could really help us. It's just that armor 10 puts those units out of range of my Queen's Implings and my basic Hornbreak, which really hurts. That really hurts. And then we've got Conduit Infiltrators here, so they gain haste. Man, I hate the fact that I don't want to turn this on. But I don't think I want to turn it on. Oh, that hurts. Can I convince myself to turn it on anyway? We do have Proclamation. We could put our units at the top. That might help us. They're not going to do a ton of damage to the pyre even if they get there. We just have to be able to defeat the last Knight of the Disciples. Okay, I'm convincing myself. I don't know if that was a good idea, but I really want that unit draft. So, because we turned on the armor 10, I don't think that we play at the bottom. I think that we play on the 3rd floor, probably. Am I going to convince myself otherwise there, too? I might, because we have the Fledgling Imp, and the Keeper of Echoes, and the Shardtail Queen. These are all quite good. And remember, all of my units cost less to play, so we really don't need more Ember. We need expensive units. That's what we need. So let's actually play at the bottom. Oh no! I should have played the Fledgling Imp first. My Keeper of Echoes is fragile. Oh no, that was awful. Okay, we're actually going to put you in the back now, because I made you fragile. Whoops. That's really not good. Okay, I may have messed up this battle kind of a lot, actually. And I'm now very worried that I'm going to lose. Because of that, I'm going to place a Train Steward up there. Oh no, making him fragile was really bad. You have to remember how the challenge works. Remembering how the challenge works is a very important part of this challenge. Okay, so Hornbreak is essential down here so that you don't kill my champion. I want to play a Queen's Impling down here. And I want to play a Proclamation up here. Okay, we can do all of that. Queen's Impling down here. I'm putting it down here because of the Inspire. We can't fit the Train Stewards at the bottom. We could fit them in the middle, which doesn't seem very helpful. Proclamation deals damage to you. Queen's Impling defeats you. Then we can defeat that one. Let's put another Train Steward at the top. And let's put a Train Steward in the middle so that we don't keep drawing those Train Stewards. A brief respite. Okay. We can play another Train Steward here. I really want to play a Queen's Impling here, but it's probably not a good idea. We could play Imp in a Box to get some random imps. I don't see how that helps me, because we want to play a Queen's Impling down here next turn. Yeah. I think we play nothing, which seems weird. Alright, now, how do we win? For one, we can do this Hornbreak to make sure that you don't have haste. That might be important. We need to play a Queen's Impling down here. The question is, do we play Proclamation and then Queen's Impling, so that you don't deal 5 damage? Using 50 damage to defeat this one just so it doesn't deal 5 seems strange, but I'm going to do this no matter what. And I think it's more important to hit the Conduit Infiltrator with the Hornbreak. So I guess we do Proclamation first. And then we do the Queen's Impling in front. And then we do Hornbreak on this one so that the boss doesn't immediately go to the top. And then we can do a couple of fractures on the boss. Alright. Well, we're not winning this turn. But at least we did some things. I think that would have been very different if I hadn't made my my creature fragile that I did not mean to make fragile. We've got 3 energy, so might as well play Imp in a Box to see what's in it. Ooh, Welder Helper adds armor 20 to the front unit. Is that better than Fledgling Imp? Probably. And it's definitely better than the Queen's Impling. Okay, Welder Helper, you're going to go here. You're fragile. And then Hornbreak, deal some damage. And Hornbreak, deal some damage. Fracture, we win the second battle. Even with my mistake. Let's try not to make that mistake in the future, though. Alright, and we did get our unit banner. Okay, I don't want Implings. I want big creatures that cost a lot to play. And I don't think I want another Hornbreak. Jeez. We might take the Fledgling Imp as a thing that we might sacrifice, but I don't think so. I think we skip these. Another Proclamation, don't need it. The Echo Transfer is not bad, but I do like Bounding Echoes, especially with the monster that we added. The Keeper of Echoes, I think, really likes Bounding Echoes in our deck. It's already infused itself, and it adds infused other things in our hand. Let's take it. Shard Soul Carver, exactly the type of thing that I want. A big creature, it costs 0 because of Forever Flame. It has a lot of life. We just have to remember not to play it first. Great. And we go to the right this time for some reason. Sure. Concealed Caverns. What do we find? This one, the Rail Spikes. So this one's a pretty interesting one. Oh, it's different than what I thought it was. Anyway. So there's the Hellhorned Rail Spike applying Rage and Armor. By the way, X-Cost cards works pretty well with Forever Flame. Awoken's Rail Spike. That one's interesting. Draw X and apply -1 to the cards we draw. Or we get some Frostbite. I think that I really like the Awoken Rail Spike here. If it didn't have Consume on it, it would be better, but you know what? We might be able to do that with one of the Merchants of Magics that we get. Now, Wurmkin Banner, give me a big unit. Well, that's a big unit. We've never played with this one. It's mostly just big, though. It's not actually great, right? It takes up 4 space. And it extracts 4. Geez, that's a lot to just play the unit at all. So this one, if we sacrifice it, the Inspire only hits itself? Yeah. So the Inspire on the original Keeper of Echoes hits every unit on the same floor, but the unit essence only adds it to itself. I think I like the Keeper of Echoes as something to sacrifice in the future, probably to our other Keeper of Echoes. Surge Stone. We could Surge Stone that Hornbreak. That's not too bad, because we have other Hornbreaks in the deck. Permafrost. The Awoken Rail Spike could have Permafrost. I don't think I care too much about the Permafrost, but I do like the Surge Stone. Surge Stone on the Hornbreak. Emberstone on something. Could be Awoken's Rail Spike. It just draws an extra card. I like it. Let's do that. And then let's re-roll. I do want to purge too, though. And we don't get to choose where we go, so I don't get to choose the place where we actually get to purge. Like, we might not go to the left this time, so I don't know if I'm going to go to the unstable vortex. Still, I think I'm going to reroll and make some things better. Oh, another power stone. Let's put that on one of the proclamations. Now it deals 100 damage. And then Emberstone. We could do another Emberstone on the Rail Spike. Oh no, but I want to remove the Consume from it if I can. Because then it could just be a card drawing card. When everything else in the deck is free. Yeah. Let's put this on Imp in a Box. Actually, do we even need this? We probably don't. Let's not even buy an Emberstone. Save the money. I do want that Eternal Stone. We don't have the cash. Ooh, we could get the cash. Oh, you know what? Let's actually use the Divine Boons for once. That's crazy. Eternal Stone, the Awoken Rail Spike. There we go. And move on to the next one. Talos the Architect. Protective Sin. Enemies units enter with armor 5. Oh right, and she pushes things back. Pushing things back is actually kinda bad. Unless the thing that I place in front always has fragile. Alright. So we do not play the Shardtail Queen first. We did not draw an Imp card, which is not what I wanted to see. We don't have enough space to play all of the cards I want to play at the bottom. It's just the first friendly unit summoned each turn, so we could play the Train Steward on a different floor. Yeah, so we play the Train Steward on floor 2. It's going to die very quickly because it has fragile. Then we play 2 of these down here. We really want the Keeper of Echoes and the Shardtail Queen. It's important that it's those 2. Because then we have enough space to put an Imp unit. So the Keeper of Echoes goes... You know what? No matter what we put in front, it's going to get pushed back. I guess we put the Shardtail Queen in front, so that it gets pushed back this turn. And then the Keeper of Echoes goes in the back. It will be pushed forward soon. Interesting. Now the Hornbreak. Piercing Consume. We could kill that unit straight out, but that unit's not dealing that much damage. I'd rather hit this one so we take less damage. Yes. Hit that one so we take less damage. And Shard Soul Carver could go on the second floor. What else? What other units do we have in the deck? Not many. Another Keeper of Echoes. So the Shard Soul Carver goes here behind our Fragile Train Steward. Our Queen is now in the back where we wanted her to be. Remember, the first unit that we play gets Fragile. And this is kind of nice. Proclamation for 100 damage. We could actually do that at the top right now. Just deal 100 damage to Talos the Architect here. Kind of like that. We don't need that damage anywhere else this turn, do we? You get extra damage when we incant. We can just kill you straight out. I like killing you straight out. Ooh, we can't kill you straight out. Right, we can't do that. Let's instead kill this one. Kill this one. Put an Imp unit in front. I kind of like this one right now. And then we can use Keeper of Echoes at the top. Yeah, it only fits at the top. So Keeper of Echoes goes at the top. We're going to use Proclamation to deal 100 damage to the boss. And we are going to use... We're going to use this Queen's Impling, I think. Because I care more about this Keeper of Echoes using this Queen's Impling. So we're going to use the one that does not have shards in it. Just enough so that Talos doesn't hurt our Keeper of Echoes here. You're actually not dying, which is sad. We don't have enough space to play the Queen's Impling to make you die there. Talos the Architect went to the center. We still have our piercing 15 damage twice. We can play Bounding Echoes this turn. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's play that first. And then, at the top, we're going to play one of these Queen's Implings. Queen's Impling at the top. That takes out that one. He's fragile, which doesn't do much, and you are going to die now. I could play one here. We could play a Train Steward here. Train Steward would just die, but I'm fine with that. Let's play a Train Steward here. Get him out of the deck. And then down here, we want to play a Queen's Impling in front so that we save damage on this, and he upgrades everybody with the Inspire. The Horn Break mostly takes you out, and then the Fracture is sure to kill you, and all of our units have gained health and attack at the bottom. I like that. Talos is at the top where she's murdering this Queen's Impling. That's fine. Proclamation. If we play this Queen's Impling at the top, we could play Proclamation up here. I kind of like that. Let's play Imp in a Box first. Summon gain 4. We don't really need that. I do like the Rage, though. Let's rage up our bottom units. Rage up, people. And you are the one that became fragile, so everybody else is okay to not be fragile. Let's play this Queen's Impling. And the Proclamation, as mentioned. Proclamation, deal 50 damage. Not as good as the other Proclamation, but still. Could play another Queen's Impling, don't really want to. I want to have one space somewhere so that we can play units there. Let's play the Train Steward here where it can die. So you are dying, and you are taking no damage this turn, which is kind of sad. We'll deal with you on the next turn, I guess. Oh, we got the Awoken Rail Spike. Okay, so what are we doing? We might want to use Proclamation here to kill that one. I think that's a good idea. Let's do that. How else are we going to kill that unit, basically? We need to play Imp in a Box somewhere. We don't really need to play the Fractures. I'm going to play the Awoken Rail Spike. But let's play the Imp in a Box. Not here, because he has Incant. 2 Welder Helpers, interesting. The first one of these that we play is going to be Fragile. I'm very curious to find out whether Fragile... Let's read what Fragile says. We don't see Fragile. Let's place this unit somewhere. I guess we place it at the bottom. No, because if Fragile works the way that I think it works, we don't want that at the bottom. Alright, we're placing it up here. Place the Queen's Impling at the bottom first. There we go. Read what Fragile says again. If this unit loses health, it dies. So I think the Welder Helper can protect a fragile unit. I think. I don't know if that's good, but I think it does work. So now let's play Awoken Railspike. We're only drawing 2 cards here, but we're going to make those 2 cards... Those 2 cards are going to be free, no matter what they are. They're free, and we got the Pyre Chomper, which means I could play these Fractures anyway. As long as we can fit the Pyre Chomper somewhere. I guess let's play it up here. In front, because I want it to die. And then now we can play Fractures. So I want to play Fracture against the boss. And then these 2 units just don't fit anywhere. End turn. Now then, the final wave. We are not currently winning. We do have 100 damage that we can put on immediately. Let's just do that immediately. 100 damage. Here's another set of damage, and now we're winning. But let's play a Queen's Impling in front first. Great. And we win this one against Talos the Architect. That went decently well. I think we do need more space in our train, by the way. Let's see here. Wurmkin Spike, infused, consume, apply 4x reap to enemy units. Perfect Insanity. Extract 6, apply negative 666 health. Ooh. Kinda want that. The Extract 6 is painful, but I kinda want that. The Echoes of the Past is very nice. I'm going to take Perfect Insanity. I don't know if it's good. The Kinhost Carapace is here. You know, I don't really want these units. Technically I do want them, but I also kind of don't want them. The Branded Warrior is the one with Infused on it, but the Branded Warrior seems like the worst one here because it takes up 2 space, and it has very little life. I'm really thinking about skipping these. I kind of like having more units in the deck, though. And the Kinhost Carapace is probably what I would pick. Okay, let's take that. And we definitely need more space on each floor right now. So let's take the Light of Seraph for this run. We don't go there. Oh no, I wanted to delete cards. You did not let me. Instead, you're having me duplicate cards. Now these 2 I do not want. I do not want these 2 at all. Let's just skip those. Upgrade the champion, so we can add a Fledgling Imp instead of a Queen's Impling. I do like the upgraded attack and health on Imp Parade 2. Royalty seems pretty nice, the Rally plus 10. But I think I really like the upgraded health here. And Fledgling Imp units are nice. They just don't deal immediate damage. Okay, what would we duplicate? I think we want to duplicate our Hornbreak again. Another option is duplicating the Awoken Railspike. Ho ho, I like duplicating the Awoken Railspike kind of a lot, actually. Let's duplicate it. And I do want to sacrifice a unit. Let's click on this one just to see what the options are. Oh, the Proclamation could have a whole bunch of magic power. See, what I want to sacrifice is one of the Keeper of Echoes to the other Keeper of Echoes. That's what I'm thinking. Because the unit essence makes that unit basically more survivable. And I do like that. So I want to do this. I also want to do the Extreme Stone. I can actually do both. It's just maybe questionable to do both. Because then we will have a ridiculous amount of pack shards already. Let's do it. Ridiculous pack shards. Let's go. And now we have to really slow down on the pack shards. Really slow down on the pack shards. Clipped Tormenters. Okay, Heaven Seal is terrible, especially when the threat level is extreme. Let's not turn that one on. We always want to play a Queen's Impling first, remember that. The Queen's Impling goes first. The question is, do we defeat this unit with the Hornbreaker beforehand? Maybe yes. Maybe yes. Because otherwise... Actually, otherwise we could just kill this one with the Hornbreak. That would leave a Queen's Impling alive, though. I kind of want the Queen's Impling dead. So, Hornbreak here. Queen's Impling, you are fragile. I do want you to die. And then the Shardtail Queen can go behind. Do we want the Shard Soul Carver at the bottom this time instead of the Keeper of the Echoes? I probably want the Keeper of Echoes at the bottom. So, you're going to go here. And we'll see if anybody makes it to the second floor. Probably, because the threat level is extreme. But who knows? Now, we are definitely not playing the Kinhost Carapace on the bottom. We would play that in the center, though, happily. Right now, we really want to play Keeper of Echoes at the bottom, but not first, because playing that first would be bad. Queen's Impling first. Queen's Impling can die. Keeper of the Echoes can go behind that. And then we want a Fledgling Imp here. We could put this one here. There. We want a Fledgling Imp here. And then I just realized that I wanted that up here so that we could get the Collector. I guess we're going to fracture the Collector so that we kill the Collector. Kinhost Carapace, I plan to put you here, but not this turn. Okay, we have our Fledgling Imp for the bottom, of course. That's important. Perfect Insanity. Doesn't really work when we have no infused cards. We have to play this at the bottom. In my opinion. In my opinion, that is a must. So let's start there. If we're not playing Perfect Insanity this turn, might as well play Awoken Railspike right now. Probably should have played it first, actually. However, let's play it. Draw 3 cards, -1 to those cards. Great. Those fractures just became free, which is quite nice. We want to kill you so that we don't get the Weight of Contrition, so let's kill you. Proclamation could go here and just delete that unit. Why not? Deleted. I guess I wanted you to die a little bit, but you don't get to die anymore. We are going to fracture you. Hornbreak you, and play a Trained Steward at the top, just to get it out of the deck, really. And then Fracture you, I guess, because we get the Inspire value for doing that. We have a Fledgling Imp to play at the bottom. We also have our Imp in a Box, and we have Bounding Echoes. So we want to add Bounding Echoes to Imp in a Box before we play it, because the Imps will get used up, but the Imp in the Box does not get used up. Yes, okay. Then we play Imp in a Box, and then we play Awoken Railspike to draw those two cards, and make them... I mean, it doesn't make them more free than they already are, but it's nice. And now we can play Proclamation without much trouble. Extract 2 of those that we added. I really want to get rid of these Trained Stewards, so I think what I'm going to do is play a Trained Steward. No, it doesn't fit. Never mind. We'll play a Fledgling Imp. And then a Trained Steward at the... 2 Trained Stewards at the top? Seems questionable, but I just want them out. There you go. Trained Stewards at the top. Could put the Welder Helper here. I guess so. Welder Helper there. Why not? Another Welder Helper there. I guess so. Why not? I'd like to have stronger plans than I guess so, why not? But there it is. That's where we are. Awoken Railspike. Let's go. Draw 3 cards. Apply -1 to those. Great. The Imp in a Box is now free. Let's play that here. We have many, many Imp units to play. We'll play Fracture on you. We will play... I guess we can only play the Kinhost Carapace, because if we play Queen's Impling, then we can't fit the Kinhost Carapace. So it's time to play it. Bam. Whoops, we made it fragile. Well, I feel pretty dumb about that. We could keep it alive this turn with, you know, any of these spells, I guess, but we were supposed to play something down here first. Whoops. Oh man, just forgetting about this sacrificial part of the daily challenge is probably the biggest problem for me here. Just forgetting about it. So the Awoken Railspike is really nice. The problem is, once we play it, we won't have energy. So we can't play the Perfect Insanity how I want to. So even though this is infused, and this is infused, we can't actually play Perfect Insanity and win with it. I'm very sad about that. However, we will just play a Fledgling Imp, and then instead of playing Fracture, we will play... Actually, we're already winning. I guess we just win. Alright, the main problem with this challenge is forgetting about the challenge. If I just remember the main thing about the daily challenge that makes it hard, I will do fine. What do we get? Important work. Ho ho, sacrifice an imp, gain 1 ember, draw 1, and it's infused. Perfect for this deck. The Forced Contamination is not bad. The Forgotten Trade is also not bad, but it's only good if we draw it with Awoken Railspike. Which, I mean, we've got 2 of them in the deck, so that's not incredibly unlikely. Don't really care about Ambient Charge. So one of these 2 seems nice. Forgotten Trade, we have to draw our cards in the right order for it to be good. But if we do, it's great. Forced Contamination, I think it's good. I think it's good. Let's get it. Force Contamination. Yes, we get to remove cards. Let's take out those Train Stewards so that we don't have to play them at the top to get rid of them. Alright. Pyre remains. We can go to the Merchant of Magic. We're going to peek in the Divine Temple, but we're going to try not to do it. Yeah, don't care about that. You know, that would be good on this one, but otherwise it's not important. So we will leave this away, not gain more pack shards. Merchant of Magic. Do I want to duplicate a card? I do want to duplicate a card, actually. Stackstone. That works on Force Contamination to make it melee weakness 6, which is pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Power Stone works really well on Proclamation. Let's put that one there. 250 damage. Emberstone. Emberstone almost doesn't matter. It almost doesn't matter. I guess it still kinda does. What if we play this, and then we get the Emberstone, and we put that... I want it on either Perfect Insanity, Imp in a Box, or Force Contamination. I guess I want it most on Perfect Insanity. And then we're going to duplicate the Awoken Railspike. And now we just draw tons of cards. And let's purge a card. Let's purge a Train Steward. Even 0 cost, those are awful. Okay, let's go. We've got 3 Awoken Railspikes. Enemy units enter with armor 15. You know, I don't need it. Let's go. I don't feel like I need money that much. Remember to play the Imp card first. That's the main thing to do here correctly. Play the Imp card first. Is there any reason to go at the bottom? You almost don't want to go at the bottom, right? Because it's the Hidden Assault. So you kind of want to go in the center. I guess we want to go in the center this time. And then we're going to fracture this one, because this one is the problematic one, because it has Stealth 2. So let's make sure that it dies. This one will die next turn, no problem. Alright, we do want to take that out. Remember to play an Imp card first. And I guess what we want to play is Fledgling Imp here first. So we could put cards at the bottom. It's not a bad plan. In fact, we could put the Kinho's Carapace at the bottom and make it pretty big. Let's do that. So this goes here. This goes here. Let's put the Fledgling Imp here as well. In the front. And then we play the Kinho's Carapace back here. And it gets plus 60, plus 60. So it's a 70-70 Kinho's Carapace. Seems pretty nice. The Piercing could defeat the Collector. Let's take that money while we can. The fact that you made it to the second floor and you have mostly full health is kind of a problem for me, but not too much of a problem. I want to play the Awoken Railspike. Perfect Insanity is not necessary this turn. And Force Contamination seems pretty good here. So let's do that. That essentially makes it so that you die. And we want to play this here. And then we play the Awoken Rail Spike, so that we make more cards cheap. Or, you know, just draw them at all, which is pretty good too. So you're already dying, we don't really need Proclamation on you. Can't fit anything down here. So I guess what we do is we just Horn Break and be done. We could extract 2 here to kill another one. Sure, why not? I'm back to the sure, why not strategies, and I don't like that. I'd like to have a little bit more planning than sure, why not. Ho-ho, 2 Awoken Rail Spikes and Abounding Echoes. That seems great. We don't really need to play that Fracture. So what we do is we play... We're going to play the Bounding Echoes here. We're going to play the Awoken Rail Spike here to draw 3 cards. -1 to those cards. Nice. We can place an Imp here. Yeah, place... Let's do Imp in a box first so we know what Imps we have. Okay, Molting Imp. Molting Imp can go here. It kills that one. And then we just go ahead and sacrifice that Imp. Now, Fledgling Imp, Fledgling Imp, right there. We now have 1 Ember. We could draw 1 and make it cheaper, or we could play Fracture. Fracture seems kind of pointless, so let's instead draw 1 card and make it cheaper. Alright. Didn't exactly make it cheaper because you can't, but we do get to play a Horn Break on you. And we could extract 2 to just knock you out completely. Alright. I feel like the deck is doing well. Oh, I should have played that Train Steward at the top. That was a mistake. Anything to do here? I guess what we do is the Awoken Rail Spike here. Just draw 3 cards, make them cheaper. So I'm kind of upset because the -1 Ember to the Awoken Rail Spike, I thought that that would make it draw 1 card. Because it would be -1 +1 -1. And at least when you put the Ember Stone in there, that causes them to do a +1 on the X. And it doesn't work that way when you have the Awoken Rail Spikes together. So unfortunately the Awoken Rail Spikes didn't work the way that I wanted them to. Do I play anything at the top? Or we could just play nothing? I guess we play nothing. We just have a whole bunch of Imps now. Now then, you don't die because you have Stealth 8. Stealth 8 is always hard to deal with. We don't have enough to extract 6. No. We can do 250 damage, which I'm going to do, obviously. And we can Horn Break. Horn Breaking these seems slightly pointless, because this one only does 7 damage. I guess this one does 14 as it were right now. I guess we Horn Break this because that will lower the amount of stealth that this has at the end of this turn. And I don't really want to play an Imp in the middle, so we're going to play a couple of Imps at the top. And I don't think I even want Imp in a box this turn. So the stealth is going down because you have to spend your stealth to defeat my units, which means that when you get here, you've got 0 stealth. Great. We've got important work. That's quite nice because that means we can play a Fledgling Imp and then sacrifice that Fledgling Imp. Draw a card. Didn't like to see Fracture there. Let's use a Hornbreak here. Oh, we're already winning. Just click end turn. The googly eyes on the Crystal Cloak is probably the most amusing googly eyes so far. I like that one. Pyre Chomper gains 4. That is so much better because of the Awoken Rail Spikes. Ascend a unit and apply daze 2. And then Battering Ram I don't really care about. Yeah, let's take the Pyre Chomper. It fuels my Awoken Rail Spikes. And then Broken Memories seems pretty nice. Yeah, that seems pretty nice. We have several consumes that I like to get back. One of the consumes I like to get back is actually Bounding Echoes. I said several, and now that I'm looking, it looks like it's only Bounding Echoes. Oh, there's also a Piercing Hornbreak. Well, I'm happy to get Bounding Echoes back, so let's play this as kind of a Bounding Echoes. I guess we're going to the Concealed Caverns first. A Train Graveyard. So, the small shard gives us a Heartstone. Losing 3 Pyre health is not bad at all. When your Pyre kills a unit, restore 5 Pyre health. Or, friendly units gain 10 plus 10 health and Heartless. They can't be healed, but we don't have a way to heal them right now. So I think the Petrified Heart is really good. Yeah, let's get the Petrified Heart. Losing 10 Pyre health is nothing. And it's nothing because we can actually gain it back immediately right here. So it was nothing. No cost whatsoever. We're going to peek in the Divine Temple and try not to take one. Oh, the Purge Stone though. Twin Stone. Twin Stone I don't really need, I guess. It goes well with Important Work. I wouldn't mind Important Work to have a Twin Stone on it. Alright, let's think about pack shards. So we're at 65. Divine Temple there. And Divine Boons there. Actually, there's very little in terms of pack shards that I care about in the future. And if that's the case, why not spend some now? So let's take a Twin Stone. Add it to the card I just said I wanted to add it to, Important Work. And then we could take a Purge Stone. If I took a Purge Stone, I would put it on Fracture, probably. As just a way to get rid of a Fracture. I don't need to, though. I don't need it. When am I going to get the pack shards? I guess we'll get some at that Divine Temple. Duplicate. So I no longer want to duplicate Awoken Rail Spike. We have enough of those. It took until I had 3 for me to think I had enough, but we have enough now. I could duplicate Important Work, actually. That means I could sacrifice up to 4 imps per turn. I like it. Let's dupe that. Alright, now we only need 10 pack shards to get to the end. Let's go to Archus. Blinding and Shattering. Shattering says... What does it do? Hellhorned Harvest. Hellhorned Harvest triggers when one of your units dies on this floor. So that's bad for me, because my units die all the time. This one, Blinding Dark Shard. When you play a non-morsel unit, apply Dazed 1 to your units. Oh, these are both real bad. Oh no. Those Dark Shards are pretty scary, actually. This one adds Dazed 1 to your units when you play a unit there. Dazed, it cannot attack, use any action, or resolve abilities. Ick. We do get to play Awoken Rail Spike. I guess we start with Awoken Rail Spike because we don't have any imp units that we want to be fragile in our hand. There we go. Oh. We're not going to play the Pyre Chomper this turn, but I'm excited for it when we do. So the Queen's Impling goes at the bottom in front, and we play it first. Then we play the Shardtail Queen, that goes here. Then we play the Keeper of Echoes. That's kind of our bottom that we want. So the bottom is okay. We don't want to play a unit there, but we could play Fracture. Actually, maybe we do want to play a unit here. Because Dazed 1... I wonder if Dazed 1 resolves the same turn. I actually don't know how that works. But I want you to be here, so let's play you. You're dazed this turn. We're going to Fracture the boss. And then Broken Memories has nothing to consume, or nothing to get back yet, so we don't play it yet. So, no, we don't want any units to die. Also, the Dazed is gone, so actually that was perfect, playing a unit there. Do we want to play... What do we want to play? So a Queen's Impling at the bottom is fine. We could play 2 of them, which would make that die. But the Queen's Implings wouldn't die, which is actually bad for us. No, the first one that we play will die because it gets fragile. So we play 1 Queen's Impling. That kills you off. Then we play this Fledgling Imp, which gives Rage 5. Rage 5 is important. And then we sacrifice that one. And then we can sacrifice another Imp unit. I kind of like that. I would love to play this one this turn, but if we did, we would... What we would do is we'd play multiple Imp units on this floor. We can't Fracture you, can we? It doesn't look like it. Because it's green if you can target. We could play a Queen's Impling at the top. Don't dislike that. Let's play that at the top. Then we can Important Work it. Go do some important work. And then we can Proclamation and deal 100 damage to the boss. Kinda like that. We can also Fracture the boss. And we can put the Kinho's Carapace up here. With +50, +50. Don't really want to because then we can't play much of anything else there though. So I won't do that. But let's do the Proclamation. Deal 100 damage. And then kind of no reason not to play Hornbreak too. Let's hit the boss while we can. Blinding Dark Shard at the top. That means we're free to do things elsewhere. What do we want to do elsewhere? We want to play Perfect Insanity, on the boss for that matter. We can do that. We can even play Bounding Echoes. So Bounding Echoes first. Then we're going to play Fledgling Imps. Fledgling Imp. Fledgling Imp. That will mean that all of our Fledgling Imps die, which is what we want. We want those 2 Fledgling Imps to die so that we can do things elsewhere. And then we can do Perfect Insanity on the boss lady. Or boss man. I guess it's a boss man this time. Minus 666 health. We do want all of you guys to die. I guess we could do that with force contamination. We could apply melee weakness 6 to you so that you die in one hit. And then we could add fracture to you. Don't really feel the need to add fracture to you though. And we want our implings to die. So let's not worry about you. I dislike that you're going to add a weight of contrition to my deck. But I think what I'm going to do is apply the... Ooh, this has always been a question for me. If something has infused an extract, does it add the echo and then you get to use it? Like, can we play this right now? Or will it say you don't have enough echoes? Oh, it works. So it adds one and then checks whether you have enough. Great. Let's add fracture to the boss as well. Basically, we're making the boss die very quickly. We do get that weight of contrition, which is sad. Did not like getting that weight of contrition. How much do I need imp in a box? Not particularly much. Let's play the weight of contrition to get rid of it, and then let's play an awoken rail spike and see what we do next. We should not do something at the bottom. This triggers when a unit dies. Oh no, a unit is gonna die no matter what we do. Darn. Well, I guess we play Awoken Rail Spike and see if we have spells to deal with that. Ooh, we might have spells to deal with that. I guess you're gonna die no matter what. But we can at least make it so that you take less damage. And we don't get the weight of contrition from this one. Yeah. Fledgling Imp, we probably want to play here, and we want to kill this unit. We want to kill both of them. We could kill you, or we could do 250 damage to the boss. Let's do 250 damage to the boss. So Fledgling Imp goes here, and then we play Hornbreak to kill something. Doesn't really kill either of those, so I guess we do it to kill this one? Sure. Alright, that was a turn. Mostly, the boss is dying. The rest of what's happening is only okay, but the boss is dying, and that's significant. So what did we get? Blinding Dark Shard. If we play a unit, then everybody gets dazed on this floor, so we don't want to play a unit there. We want to play a unit here anyway. So let's play a unit here. Unit here, we play Weight of Contrition so that we don't get the damage. We play Important Work to send this imp off for some important work. And we did not draw an imp, which means we don't get to play Important Work again. Kinda sad. I guess what we do next is Awoken Rail Spike. Draw 3 cards. Hey, we got imp in a box, which means we do get to play. We do get to play the Important Work. Oh no, we can't because we don't have Ember to play it. Because this is the Purge one. Ooh. Do we have... Oh, we can't play Perfect Insanity this turn. I'm very sad about that. Oh, we can. Never mind. We've got the Pyre Chopper. Pyre Chopper is the perfect imp to play. Let's play the Pyre Chopper. Now we have lots of things. Lots of... What do you call them? Ember. The Welder Helper... The Welder Helper, I guess, is going to go at the bottom, so we sacrifice this one, the Pyre Chopper. Oh no, we were supposed to sacrifice here. We can infuse here. Infuse, and then Perfect Insanity? Haha. Our boss only has 46 health? If only you weren't here, because then we could kill the boss this turn. But because of the Blinding Dark Shard, we can't, because we can't play extra... Oh, we don't actually have the, the stuff to extract, I guess. Let's do that here. We could play another Pyre Chopper, which doesn't help anybody at all. And let's play a Train Steward at the top, because we just don't want that Train Steward, honestly. We don't really care about this Welder Helper, and we especially don't care about the rest of those cards. Okay, can we kill the boss this turn? That's the big question. It went to the top. It went to the top. If we could kill this one, and then play Proclamation, I guess what we do is we start with Awoken Railspike. Awoken Railspike. Draw 3 cards. Oh, I think we win this turn. Alright. I think we win this turn. One of the things that we're going to do is play an imp down here and sacrifice it. Okay, now what do? We play Fracture. Fracture on the boss. Then we play Fracture on the boss. And then we play Hornbreak on the boss. And then we play Hornbreak on the boss, and we win. And we got Archpocalypse for defeating Archus before his combat phase. Wonderful. Wurmkin Spike, Infuse, Consume, apply 4 times Reap to enemy units, don't care. One-Horned Tome is ridiculous. Cost 5? Apply Fragile and Multi-Strike 1 to a friendly unit. Why does that cost 5? That seems terrible. That seems terrible. Because, you know, you imagine that you can put it on a back unit, apply Multi-Strike to some unit that does tons of damage. However, spikes on the enemies would kill your unit immediately, as well as sweep units. That seems terrible. Let's skip it. Now, I probably want to draw more or get more Ember. Getting more Ember is kind of like drawing more because of how our deck works. Let's get more Ember. Which way do we go? We go there. Let's go to the Concealed Caverns. What do we get? A Penance Yard. Which pile do we inspect? Okay, so I recall this one. We got this one very early. So we could get Ember Stasis, where we get 3 calcified Ember. And when we play them, we deal 120 to the front enemy unit. Or we could get more dead weights. We would gain 3 dead weights. Oh, that's awful. That is really awful. Let's not do that one. And then when you play a Blight card, restore 5 Pyre health. Seems pretty bad. Let's get the Ember Stasis. The 3 calcified Ember are pretty bad, but when we play them, we get rid of them. And it deals 120 damage. Sure. Sure. It seems questionable at this point, but I wanted to do something, I guess. Add a Fledgling Imp and a Welder Helper. Oh. Let's do that. Imp Parade 3. Get 2 imps every single turn. We are going to take Herzl's Horde. Rage does not decay on friendly units. Works really well because we get Rage Imps every single turn. And then we're going to spend our money, so we're not taking Golden Vault. Now, we have to get 10 pack shards, so where are we going here? Upgrade a spell to cost -2. Seems somewhat pointless. Upgrade a spell to gain Purge and cost -1. I guess we're going to do that. And we're going to do that on a Fracture, because the Fractures are kind of bad. They're kind of bad. Alright, we got our 100 pack shards. Let's do the Merchant of Magic. And let's spend our money. We could do another card duplication. Which card would we duplicate at this point? Definitely not the Calcified Embers. We could get another Important Work. Actually, those are amazing. Because we get 2 imps every single turn. Ooh, I want that. Upgrade a spell with 20 magic power and consume. Don't want that. And we could make this Hornbreak that consumes cost less. Or we could play the Imp in the Box. Let's do the Imp in a Box. Always cost 0. And then I really want to do this. Card Duplicator. Let's duplicate Important Work again. Oh, and you know what? That gave us 10 pack shards. We didn't need to go to the Divine Temple after all. We could re-roll. We're at number 7. So I'm going to save my money for now. Let's go. The Calcified Ember is the only reason that I'm fearing this right now. Do I want to get 400 gold? Non-boss enemy units gain 8 attack. When I'm placing imps in front of them every single turn, is that very significant? I don't think it is. Let's turn it on. Now then, we don't have any imps. Well, it's a lot worse if you don't have any imps, I guess. We can kill this one. Kill that one. Whatever we play first has Fragile. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, the Shardtail Queen... The Shardtail Queen would be fragile if we played it. And we really need the Shardtail Queen. How much do we need the Keeper of Echoes? We kind of need that too, though. This is bad. We really needed an imp unit this first turn. So we could place something else in front of the Shardtail Queen. Like the Shard Soul Carver. But if we place this down here, and we place this in front and it dies immediately, it might be bad. Maybe what we do is we play the Shardtail Queen at the top. So it has Fragile, but the plan is for units never to get there. And it just provides us with imps every turn. That's not good, basically. Basically, this has started off very poorly. I am going to purge this. Let's do 120 damage. Alright, we got some imps. Those imps can be fragile. So, what do we do? We really want you to not make it to the top, which probably means that we're going to play Proclamation right here. On the other hand, we don't want you to make it to the top either. But this one is the bigger problem currently, so Proclamation there. You are dying. We want to play imps. We want to play Shard Soul Carver as well. Shard Soul Carver is going to be my bottom unit this time. Train Steward can go... I just made him fragile. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The mistakes. Okay, well, we are going to place imps in front of you. It's just that I really did not want you to be fragile. Really did not want that. How many imps can we place in front of you is the other thing. Maybe not enough. Oh no. Oh no, did we just destroy our Shard Soul Carver? You're going to have Fracture on you. We will play a Welder Helper, which might make this work. Yes. So now you don't die. Okay. Just barely, though. You barely don't die. And we still have the problem that the enemies survived and made it to the next floor. Okay, well, Bounding Echoes seems like a really good thing to play right now. Bounding Echoes, we want to go down here too. So, Bounding Echoes, our plan is to play you down here. We'll play Awoken Railspike next. Or do we want to play Pyre Chomper next? Ooh, what if we do Pyre Chomper next? And then Awoken Railspike for 8. So we can't hold 8 cards. So we should play something else first. How about a Welder Helper? And we still can't hold 8 cards. So let's play one other thing. I guess let's play a Fledgling Imp on floor 2. Now let's draw 8 cards. Bam. Nice. Now we can do things. So for one, we want to sacrifice some imps. We want to sacrifice this one. Sacrifice that imp. That gives us an energy. Oh, and my hand was full, so the fact that it had Spell Chain on it didn't work. Okay, that's good to know. We want to play another imp down here. Let's play this one. We want to play another imp down here. This one... Oh, this one doesn't kill it. We actually want it to die, unfortunately. So we're not going to play another imp down here, I guess. I guess we play another Awoken Railspike, because there's no reason not to. Hey, we got Imp in a Box. We don't have room to play Imp in a Box, though? Alright. Let's play Perfect Insanity on this one. No, not yet. Not yet. Is there anything that gives me... No. Okay, Kinhoat's Carapace comes next. You're going to go right here. You get plus 100, plus 100. Your plan is to protect him from dying. Then we can play Perfect Insanity on you. You die. And then we can play Hornbreak on you. Oh, actually, let's consider this floor. This floor is a little bit more problematic than the first floor. So how about this right here? And then a Queen's Impling. Okay that this dies. And you are not currently dying. We could play Imp in a Box and see if we can kill you. Oh, we got a Pyre Chomper. Alright, let's play a Pyre Chomper and play yet another Awoken Railspike this turn. What complete nonsense. Alright, now we can kill everything, basically. So let's kill you. Let's kill you. And let's save space for the imps. Let's play a Fracture down here to get that Inspire value. And I guess we could play this because Extract 3 only puts it one less than the max. And we get the Inspire value again. Great. Our imps are actually not dying, so we're getting too many imps every turn. Oh right, we have important work in the deck. So, let's play some imps. We can play... Can't play any imps down there. Even if we sacrifice this one, we can't. Alright, well, let's play the imps here then. So, you get an imp, and then we delete your imp. And then you get an imp, right here, and then we delete your imp. And then we play Awoken Railspike for 6. Draw 6 cards. Oh, we only drew 5 because we didn't have enough to draw 6. It happens. But we can play Important Work again. Sacrifice an imp. And then we can play Fledgling Imp. And we should play one of these other cards, actually. Let's play Fracture. Fracture on you, because you're stealthy. And then let's sacrifice another imp. And look at that, we got Imp in a box, which means we can add more imps to our hand, which means we can sacrifice more imps. Oh my gosh, this is great. Should we play Broken Memories? Yes, we should. Right? Maybe not this turn. I need to make space in my hand for other things that we want. I guess we're going to play the Welder Helper up here, and then sacrifice the Welder Helper. We got a Hornbreak. That's excellent. We can now take out this one. Hornbreak. We have Imp in a box, so we can get even more imps. I don't know where we're going to play those imps, though. It's kind of a problem. Can we play Fracture on our own units? We can. Oh, alright, that's a way to get rid of imps. Imp in a box. Give me some imps. Oh my gosh, 2 Pyre Chompers. That is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, because now we can draw 6 cards again with a Woken Railspike. Absurd. Let's do Broken Memories. Get back Bounding Echoes. And then play Fracture on you, so that you're dying. And then we play Awoken Railspike again. Draw 5 more cards, make them cost less. And then let's add Infuse to all of those cards. Okay. I think we're allowed to do Perfect Insanity here. Oh, I meant to infuse... I meant to reap my own imp. Because I really need places to put imps so that I can play them with Awoken Railspike. Oh well. Let's stop this turn, even though we could continue it even more. Let's stop it for now. Let's do that on a turn when the boss is around. A Brief Respite. You are killing 2 imps. I actually like the fact that you're killing 2 imps. And I don't think I want to add more imps to my hand right now. So I'm not going to kill you. Instead, we're just going to do Awoken Railspike at the bottom. Oh, we got important work. Alright, now we're allowed to play imps again. So, you get an imp, and then we sacrifice that imp. And then we can play another imp, like the Welder Helper. Welder Helper goes there. Welder Helper also gets sacrificed. Force Contamination. Let's see here. Do we want to play any of the other cards here? I kind of don't want to play the other cards. I guess what we play is Awoken Railspike so that we make 2 more cards cost less. Sure. This is a ridiculous deck. And it's taking me a long time to play it because it can do so many things every turn. Alright, I don't see a way to draw more cards in my hand, so what we need to do is play imps. So that we can get to a place where we can do that. So play an imp, sacrifice that imp. We got Perfect Insanity. We can't play much at the bottom, though. I guess we can play Fracture on the boss. And we can play Fracture on the boss again. And then we can Perfect Insanity the boss if we want. I probably will, but let's keep going on the turn before we do so. So you are not very important. Except that you have 69 damage. Never mind. You're more important than I thought you were. We will put this imp up here and sacrifice this one. We got Imp in a Box. Imp in a Box doesn't really help us much right now, does it? Let's play it just to see what we get. We got a whole bunch of Rage Imps. Rage Imps can go here. You will be fragile. Actually, I already played an Imp this turn. Forgot about that. And then let's play Perfect Insanity on the boss. So the boss is taking a bunch of damage this turn. This would do 120 damage, which happens to be exactly how much the boss needs to die. Boom. Dead. Also, those calcified embers are pretty bad. Let's get them out of the deck a little bit. This deck is absurd. And the daily challenge is helping with this deck being absurd because I could duplicate cards at shops. The buying power was enormous. These two are downsides, but the buying power was enormous for how ridiculous this deck is right now. Apply Rage 3. Rage does not decay. It does have infused. Kind of like that. Do I need more imps though? Do I want Imp in a Box or Pyre Chopper? I don't think so. Let's take the Rage Serum. Soul Cripple, Infuse, Consume, Apply, Reap 13. Don't really care. Skip. So we've got gold. We've got more gold. We can remove 2 cards. I could remove the Calcified Ember. That's totally allowed. It doing 120 damage seemed pretty nice, but actually the fact that you have to draw it kind of hurts. Ooh, there's a Trade Steward still in the deck. Let's take that out. What else would we want to take out? I kind of like this deck. Mostly how it is. The Horn Breaks are even nice. Even the Consume one is nice to keep having. I think I'm going to take out the Calcified Ember. Is that crazy? I don't know, let's keep it. And what does the Merchant of Trinkets have? X cost cards get +3 to their X value when played? I'm taking it. That's ridiculous. Let's do that. Alright. These other two gain 1 stack of Reap each time it is applied. We do add Reap sometimes, but that's not really what our deck does. Friendly units gain +2 attack on Slay. We actually kill a lot with spells. So these two don't seem very significant. I would like to reroll. Friendly units enter with armor 5. That's good except for the imps. The Bog Slime is not bad. The Wing Clippings. Broken Memories, Bounding Echoes, and something else. The Rage Serum and the Hornbreaker, one of the Hornbreakers. You know, I don't hate it. I don't love it either, but I don't hate it. Let's check what is in the Merchant of Steel. I don't want Large Stone because I already have space problems. I will take these two, though. 25 health. I want that on the Keeper of Echoes, probably. That's usually the thing that I want in front at the bottom. And then 10 damage could go on anything. Let's put it on the Shard Soul Carver. And then re-roll here. Let's re-roll at this one first. We already re-rolled here. Never mind. Let's re-roll here now. Rage 7 with Collection of Tails. That's pretty nice. Fury Stone is also really nice. What if we played Fury Stone and Multi-Strike on our Kinho's Carapace? Make it so that it's just enormous. So it has Multi-Strike 1, and it has Rage 7, which never wears off. I like that a lot. Strength Stone we're going to add to you. Now we've got 255, that's enough for card duplication. It is also enough for a trinket. One trinket. Let's take the wing clippings. Alright, I'm ready. Let's go into the final gauntlet. Draining Emblem. The first spell card played each turn gets Consume. That is bad. If I had known, if I had looked at the fact that that was there, I would have bought the wing clippings a lot more preferentially. But glad that I bought it now. Okay, the first spell card played each turn gets Consume. Oh, you have no idea. I got all these Vengeful Shards, but they deal 120 damage when I play them. Right? Playing a Blight card deals 120 damage to the front unit. Now, the problem is, again, we didn't start with an Imp. I think we might be able to handle this as long as they don't have any sweep units, by playing the Shardtail Queen at the bottom with the Keeper of the Echoes in front. Risky, though. It's risky, but I think we're going to do it. So, you're fragile. I don't like you being fragile, but you've got a guard. You've got a guard in front of you. Now we play Vengeful Shard, which deals 120 damage. We play Fracture on you, I guess, so that you die. And we kill you outright. Right? Could we do that the other way? No, because this one wouldn't die if we did that the other way. Right? We'd have 3 echoes, he would have Reap 2, so he would take 6 damage. Yeah, that doesn't work. So kill that one. Reap you. Alright, next turn we'll have imp units for sure, because we've got the queen giving us imps. Vengeful Shard does 120 damage. Shard Soul Carver is really nice, we just want to be careful not to play him first. Oh, also we consumed a Fracture. Pretty happy about consuming a Fracture. We can also purposely consume another Fracture right here. What if we consume another Fracture on purpose right here? And then we play Vengeful Shard. And then we play the Queen's Impling, which becomes Fragile. So now we've got Shard Soul Carver, which can go here. And we've got the Hornbreaker, which can hit you hard. And then we want to play a Fledgling Imp down here, so that you don't take damage. And then the Welder Helper. Where do we want a Welder Helper? I want to play it because I want the ability to sacrifice it in the future. So where do we want it? Do we want the imps to not die at the bottom? Not really. I want to be able to play the imps at the bottom. So let's play it here. You'll get 20 armor. You're still fragile, but you have 20 armor. Alright, so we have to play imps at the bottom. We have some great things this turn. A lot of good things. I guess what we do first is be careful about what we want to consume. We could consume Imp in a Box, though I don't like it. But we get plenty of imps, so I'm going to consume Imp in a Box. It got to the consume pile. Oh, but by the way, the fracture did not. It discarded. Due to wing clippings. It still has consume on it, so it could hit us next time. Anyway, important work for this imp right here. Actually, does it matter which one? Not really. I'll do this one. Now we have another important work. Let's play an imp at the bottom. Let's play this one at the bottom. It might be good to kill you before we do anything else. But I don't want to. I want to do this one. This one here. And then we important work you. Force contamination. Interesting. So next what we're going to do is play an imp up here that we want to be able to... that we want to not die, actually. So I guess the fledgling imp doesn't die. It stays around. And then we play the Kinhost Carapace. Plus 70, plus 70. Multi-strike. Yeah, that's a big unit. Alright, so the second floor is taken care of. Let's take care of the first floor now. The first floor, we want to kill you. Unfortunately. If we kill you, you would kill this one. I want to kill you too. Ick. The problem is that there's too many that I want to die. I want to kill you so that Proclamation can deal damage to this one, but I want to kill this one too. I guess this one will die if we do that much damage, so let's start by horn breaking you. Then we can do Proclamation hitting you hard. And then we can play the Welder Helper. The Force Contamination. Oh no, you don't die currently. Which means that one doesn't die. This did not go as I was hoping it would go. And we don't have the echoes to hit you. So we're going to get a self-mutilation card. Which honestly is a blight, so it deals 120 damage, so it might actually be good to have. Weirdly. You go up there. So, we want to play an imp, and then we want to play important work. Let's start by playing a Queen's Impling up here. Queen's Impling up here? Yeah. Queen's Impling up there. Play important work on it. Then we can play... Ooh, Broken Memories is quite good. Broken Memories. Get back important work. Put that on top of the deck. Now, you guys are doing a tiny amount of damage to him, but he never heals, so that tiny amount of damage does add up. On the other hand, down here there are some big enemies that we want to defeat. I guess let's start with another important work down here. We drew the important work. We knew that we were going to draw that. I had forgotten, but we did know. Delete this and 2. And then we get Awoken Railspike. Excellent. So, we are going to play a Pyre Chopper. Pyre Chopper. We're going to important work that Pyre Chopper. And we got another important work. Alright, let's play the Self-Mutilation. Let's play this guy first, though. Play him, then do Self-Mutilation. That kills that one. Oh, that was not a Blight, that was a Scourge. Those are different. Never mind. And then we have no reason not to play Awoken Railspike. Except that we don't have enough room in our hand. That's not going to change. Let's play it. Bam. Alright, now this does 120 damage to the front one. And then Bounding Echoes, let's do that. Bounding Echoes is good. We can Rage Serum. Rage Serum U could be nice. Rage Serum U. We can Important Work yet again. Let's do that. Let's do that with this, though. Maybe we should play this first. Play this first. And then start doing some damage to the next one in line. Important Work. Go on some important work, little imp. Oh my gosh. We don't have enough imps to sacrifice. Alright. Those important works are going to stay in the deck for now, I guess. Ooh. What if we play an Awoken Railspike up here, draw 4 cards, -1 cost to all of them, and then we play a Vengeful Shard up here. Actually, should we play that down here? No. Let's start dealing damage to the boss. So Vengeful Shard deals damage to the boss. Perfect Insanity does essentially 666 damage to the boss. And then we can play a Pyre Chopper and sacrifice him. We get a Rage Serum back. We can play that again. Let's play that again on you. We can play Proclamation at the top. I guess let's play Awoken Railspike first. Draw 7 more. We should do this... Where should we do this? We should do this at the top. Draw 7 more. Play another Vengeful Shard at the top. We can play Broken Memories, alright. We want to play Melee Weakness against the boss, but Fracture first. And then do some Horn Break action. Should we do the Horn Breaks on you? I kinda don't care anymore. Let's hit the boss. Hit the boss. So this extracts 2 and does 250 damage. And then let's draw 3 more cards. Do 120 more damage to the boss. Do Fracture on the boss. And then how about some melee weakness on that boss too? And then while we're at it, let's get a spell from our consume pile and put it back. Like an imp in the box. I think we need more imps in the box. Wonderful. That, I don't know how long that turn lasted, but it was an amazing turn. Amazing. Oh man, if we kill this one, the boss has melee weakness 6. And we can so easily kill that one too. Okay, let's start with this. The boss is getting minus 964. Let's increase that. Let's increase that how? How can we increase that now? Proclamation increases that. Let's do Proclamation. And then we win with 3 waves remaining. Bam. Got him. Wonderful. Alright, move to the next one. We're to the last battle, and I feel pretty confident. Let's go. The Last Divinity. How will you stand against this madness? Probably not well. So we did get an imp at the beginning. That's very important because that allows us to play our Shardtail Queen at the bottom and it not be fragile. And I don't mind the Shard Soul Carver being in front of it, but I might want that Shard Soul Carver on the next floor. We'll have to decide that. Implings to me! So we can't really kill one of those, but we can kill this one. Let's kill this one. And then a Queen's Impling and a Shard Soul Carver. Shard Soul Carver first? Yeah, Shard Soul Carver first. And then a Queen's Impling in front of you. Alright, we're not hitting the back one, but we are killing the first one. And we got our setup. Our setup is very important for this deck. We still have more to the setup. There's more to do in terms of setup, but still. We do want to kill you. Let's start there, because we do want that one to happen. You die. We don't have any ways to draw cards in our current hand. So I guess what we do... How are you getting damaged? Oh, you're getting damaged from the Last Divinity and the spikes. Let's add the Fledgling Imp down here. Now you're only taking 3 from the spikes. Let's think about this floor now. So we want the Keeper of Echoes here. And then after we play Keeper of Echoes, we play Queen's Impling in front. And then we can even play the Welder Helper. I don't really care about the Pyre Chomper this turn, and the Kinho's Carapace is waiting in the wings for a better turn. You're only getting 18 damage. You might actually deal damage to the Pyre. Yeah, you might actually deal damage to the Pyre, which is kind of sad, but we might have an amazing next turn, and then you won't make it. Now then, the bottom we need to take care of. We did get Awoken Rail Spike, and we got a melee weakness. Melee weakness might be good. Might be good. The Perfect Insanity, we're probably not going to play this turn, unless the Awoken Rail Spike draws cards that allows us to do it. You at the top. What in our hand can kill you? I mean, not a lot. Let's start with this. We know we're going to do that. We don't have enough cards for me to play Awoken Rail Spike yet. The Proclamation could kill you. That doesn't do a whole lot, but does something. Proclamation could kill you. Kinda don't want to use a Proclamation on you, though. I'd rather use it on that one. So, let's just play some cards. So if we play some cards like you up here, and then we play... Man, you're drawing so many cards. Who do we want the Force Contamination to go on? We could say the boss, but right now that's not very significant, so let's do it here and place it on you. Actually, let's place it on you. And then we play Awoken Rail Spike. Draw all of those cards. I really like Bounding Echoes here, so let's play that. Where would we like to play it most? Probably down here. Now then, we've got a ton of imps, we've got important work, we've got broken memories where we can get back something, we've got perfect insanity that we can play. I didn't draw anything... Oh yes, I did draw this proclamation kills you. That's good. We can sacrifice... Let's sacrifice the imp at the top to draw a card. And then we play Imp in a Box. Where would we like the Imp in a Box? We'd like to play it here. Play it here. Get that Inspire value. Ooh, the Molting Imp is quite nice. I guess that means that we want to play Important Work on you, so that we can play a Molting Imp down here. Oh, shoot. I just realized... Alright, let's play a Molting Imp, and then let's Hornbreak you. Now you have more health, which is the mistake I made. But let's Proclamation you now. Now you only have 5 health. We can do something about that. You're dying, you're dying. So all of them are dying except for the back one. But we are taking damage because the back one has spikes. So let's handle that another time. Right now, let's think about this floor. This floor, these guys aren't dying, so let's think about the top floor. Welder Helper? Welder Helper can go here. No. Let's put the Welder Helper at the top. And then Important Work it. We got a Fledgling Imp. That's great. We want to put that in the middle. And then play Important Work on it. Okay. We can draw 6 cards. We can draw 6 cards. How about that? So, it will be... We don't know if we're going to draw the Kinho's Carapace this turn, but we do know that we have Perfect Insanity in our hand. So, putting a lot of Bounding Echoes, not Bounding Echoes, Charged Echoes here is helpful. So let's do that. We got a Pyre Chopper and another Awoken Railspike. Okay. Like many of these turns are ridiculous. You're dying immediately. That takes off a lot of the problems down here. We want to play... Playing Fracture on the boss doesn't really do much. We want to play Perfect Insanity on the boss, though. 666 damage right now is quite nice. Let's play Fracture on you. Let's play Fracture on... Oh, we don't have Ember. How about that? Let's play the Rage Serum somewhere. And the Broken Memories. So Broken Memories gets back what? We want to play it here. Broken Memories gets back... Could get back a Hornbreak. But I like the Bounding Echoes. Let's get lots of Echoes. So that's in the top card. We are going to draw it with Awoken Railspike. We just want to... We can play our Pyre Chopper first, I guess. Actually, we're going to draw it with Important Work. Right. So now we can play this, but we don't want to play it yet. We want to play it after we draw 8 cards. Which... Okay, well... Seems silly. We have way too many things to play. Let's give you some more rage. Now we draw 7. Let's do that. Draw 7, doesn't matter where we play it. We got another Important Work, and we got Imp in a Box. So let's play the Imp in the Box here. Then we play... Oh, our hand was full. Whoops. That was a mistake. I meant to play more than one Imp. We're going to play Bounding Echoes now. And then we can Hornbreak. Could Hornbreak you, could Hornbreak you. Let's Hornbreak you. That ensures that all of these die. We want to play the Kinho's Carapace this turn, which means I want to play things that add more echoes here, which is really Awoken Railspike. Alright, let's play Awoken Railspike here. We could apply Infuse to cards in hand again. Alright. Perfect Insanity we will play after we play Kinho's Carapace. Most of these actually extract echoes, so I don't want to play them. I guess what we do is we play this now. It only gets a +90/+90, which is sad. I want it to be more than that. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this would draw 2. I'm fine with that. Get 10 more health on my guy. So, you're 124 times 2 attack. I think that's pretty good. And then we can play a Hornbreak here to kill you off, so that the boss will take damage. And then we could play an Extract on you, so the boss will take damage. And then we could put Melee Weakness 6 on the boss, so that the boss takes more than 1,000 damage this turn. And then we can also Perfect Insanity the boss, so that it has less health. And there's nothing to do at the bottom, right? I mean, actually killing this one might be good at the bottom. Sure, kill this one at the bottom. So, we can Important Work one of those, we could Important Work this one. What would we draw if we got Important Work? We could draw all sorts of things. Let's do it. It gives us another Ember too. Well, that was the worst thing we could draw, actually. It was not good. Let's do another 250 damage to the boss here. And then I guess we fracture the boss because fracturing anybody else is pointless. So there we go. The boss is down to 1,000 health. Less than 1,000 health. And we still have 7 waves remaining. I think we're going to win very strongly. If that was ever a question in your mind, it should no longer be a question. Play you here. Rage Serum you, of course. And then Important Work this Imp. We can play Imp in the Box. Let's play it here. That gets us more Imps. We can play Queen's Impling up here, deal some damage, and then sacrifice that Imp. Now we've got 2 Awoken Railspikes that each draw a ridiculous amount. Okay, what do we do with that? Play a Welder Helper. We're going to play Fracture on the boss. We're going to play Broken Memories to put a card on top of our deck, like, honestly, Hornbreak. And then we play Awoken Railspike to draw a bunch of cards. And we still have a Pyre Chopper and another Awoken Railspike. So can we just win this turn? Maybe. Let's start by doing a bunch of damage to the boss. Oh, we just won. Alright, let's win. We won with 6 waves remaining. Ridiculous. 6-turn boss rush, plus 60%. Alright. That was my first daily challenge. Went very well. Very well, in fact. Let's see how that goes. So I got 3 achievements: Trainee of the Pyre, Master of the Pyre, and Apprentice of the Pyre. Kind of read those in a different order. And 20/20 Vision. 4 achievements. This was a very achievement-heavy run. Very achievement-heavy. I don't get to master any cards because that only happens on standard runs. But we did our first daily run. It was a lot of fun. but I didn't really like seeing all of this particular user died on battle 2 or something like that. That was kind of annoying. The googly eyes was not so bad. I think what I'm going to do in the future, every time I don't do a standard run, when I do a challenge run like the daily challenge, I'll turn on googly eyes so that it's a visual distinction. Anyway, that's it for now. Next time is another daily challenge because I am doing 3 in a row. After those 3, I'll mainly be going back to standard runs, maybe mix in a daily challenge every once in a while. No clans leveled up in this run because you don't gain levels from daily challenges. For the same reason, no new mastered cards. However, I did earn 7 new achievements, including all of the ones related to daily challenges. On the right, I'm featuring 2 major boss enemies this time. Archus, Darkness Incarnate, I defeated before his Relentless phase for the first time. Only took me 6 tries to do so. Talos the Architect becomes the first major boss to make it to my 10 kill threshold. Now that the bosses and mini-bosses are starting to hit that threshold, that category may close off soon. On the left, I'm featuring the Pyre Chopper, which made it to my 10 battle threshold. All we needed for the Pyre Chopper to be exquisite was to draw multiple X-Cost cards almost every turn. And speaking of multiple X-Cost cards, I had 3 Awoken's Rail Spike in this deck, despite the fact that we weren't playing with the Awoken. This card is absurd, I love it, and I'm glad to have played with it my first time. Finally, artifacts. This was my first run with Forever Flame, and it seemed good, but it was also hard for me to discern how good it was, but I'm sure that I saved a lot of Ember that I was then able to pump into my Rail Spike. Base Charge passes the 10 battle threshold, and it was quite important this run. I had many cards that extracted echoes, and I was able to play them the first time through my deck, partially because Base Charge gave me 2 on each floor to work with. I have a detailed tracking sheet, link in the video description, new episodes every Saturday, and thanks for watching.